This is Crossroads Media.
In the Philippines, there's a life of an athlete. So we all should also consider yung what's life after being an athlete.
Di laging mananalo ka eh. Wouldn't say it's talo. Kasi when you say you're defeated, you're a quitter.
Paano ba bumabangon mula sa pagkakamali o sa pagkatalo?
Giving up is the worst thing that can happen to anyone. Giving up is like surrendering. Kasi lahat tayo tao lang, nagkakamali tayo. But those mistakes are lessons or experiences that makes us stronger as a person.
This is about you. Be the master of your own life. So angkinin mo muli ang inyong oras.
Let your ambition be guided by faith.
That, my dear friends, is what makes a life worth living. So always pause, always ask, always wonder, what's next? Hello mga kaibigan! Welcome back to What's Next with Jovit Moya. Dito natin ina-unpack ang life's ups and downs para naman maalala natin na ang biyahe ng buhay hindi tayo nag-iisa. Tandaan nyo, subscribe po kayo sa ating YouTube, sa ating TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, lahat ng social media. Nandyan tayo sa What's Next with Jovit Moya. And syempre tayo po ay nasa Season 3 na. Season 3. Mabuhay kayong lahat. Maraming salamat sa inyo sa inyong pagtangkilik sa atin at nakatagal na tayo ng 3rd season. So dito sa ating Season 3, pag-usapan naman natin ang tinatawag natin ng mga pressures, mga mistakes, di ba? At higit sa lahat, dun tayo sa mga uplifting moments. How do we take care of ourselves? How do we take care of the country? Paano ba natin iaangat yung tinatawag natin na mind and body? So last season, puro mind ang pinag-usapan natin. Ngayon, pag-usapan naman natin ang body. Meron tayong mga sports, di ba? Yung iba nag-exercise, yung iba talaga kinarir ang pagsa-sports. Kaya today, mga kaibigan, pag-usapan natin ang other side of sports na bihirang mapag-usapan. The pressure, the mistakes, the slow or fast progression, and yung quiet resilience behind the journey of every medal na Pilipinas. Yan. So today, mga kaibigan, we are joined by the Secretary General of the Philippine Olympic Committee. Pero through the years, he is one person na talaga masasabi natin na witness na niya ang realities behind Philippine sports. Not just the victories, kasama na rin ang mga struggles. Kaya, i-welcome natin, mga kaibigan, si Attorney Wharton Chan! Yun, Popsi, kamusta, Popsi?
Popsi, magandang araw at magandang buhay.
Yeah.
Miss kita?
Na-miss kita. Parang 1 year na tayong hindi nagkita, no? Oo, ito talagang idol ko to eh. Kung saan kami nakakarating, di ba? Sa Mindanao tayo actually last nagkita. Doon kami last nagkita. Pero Popsi, let's not talk about me or us. I want to talk about you and you alone. Paano ba nagsimula ang journey mo sa sports?
Well, like everybody else in the Philippines, mga Pilipino, mahilig tayo lahat sa sports eh. We were born with courage. We were born with pride. At saka alam mo na, mahilig tayo sa palakasan. Noon, mahilig tayo sa basketball. I played early with golf, volleyball, and all of those mainstream games. And during my career as a lawyer, I was exposed with the setup ng multi-sports games. So way back in 2018, I was invited to become the Secretary General of the Philippine
Yun. Oh.
No, from
So
that time,
kickboxing lang muna.
Boxing.
Doon nagsimula.
dun muna sa kickboxing. So from kickboxing, I was introduced with the International Federation, the Asian Federation. It was really, really, my eyes were open na ganito pala ang mundo ng sports. And then I was introduced with the National Olympic Committee of the Philippines, which is the TOC. And I was invited to be the chief legal counsel. And I was even part of the very successful 2019 Southeast Asian Games
Wow.
hosted by the Philippines. No. And I'm really, really proud of what we have achieved since then. We garnered our first gold medal in Tokyo and a double gold in Paris. So from there on, I witnessed how progressive and how sports now has been in the Filipino lives.
Yun, ayos ano. Pero alam mo, kuyang, you are the Secretary General now, hindi lang nung kickboxing, Philippine Olympic Committee na.
Yes.
Sama ba? Yon. Ano ba ang Philippine Olympic Committee? Committee kasi maraming tao dyan, di nga alam kung ano yung POC eh.
So the Philippine Olympic Committee is a non-governmental institution. It started way back 1900s. No?
Wow, ganun nakatagal ha?
Philippine Amateur,
Wow.
which was only converted into POC way back in 1975. So matagal ito, more than 100 years. No, it existed a century na. POC is the umbrella of all national sports association.
So, ito rin ang nagko-communicate sa Olympic Committee, sa world, kumbaga.
Yes, we're actually under the International Olympic Committee.
Ayos okay
Well, as the country's Olympic Committee, we are also responsible for the recognition of all sports association. And mind you, Papsi, there's only one sports association for every sport that can be recognized by the PMC. Okay.
Bakit NGO, bakit non-governmental organization ang Philippine Olympic Committee? Bakit hindi to under ng government?
Based on my experience, I found most of the countries, yung Minister of Sports nila, yun na ang head ng kanilang mga NOCs. No? Sa atin sa Pilipinas, nagkataon po magkaiba. But by virtue of law, yung Philippine Sports Commission was enacted because it existed because of the Philippine Olympic Committee. The Philippine Sports Commission was chartered in order to support the POC and the sports program in the Philippines. Pinaghiwalay, private ang POC, all the government side would be the PSC under the Office of the President.
I see. Ayun pala yun. Pero ikaw because you're working, I'm assuming this is also a full-time job.
It is more than a full-time job.
Grabe, no? Pero alam niyo mga kaibigan, sikreto lang natin. Lahat po ng allowances niya, lahat po ng sahod niya, hindi niya po tinatanggap, binibigay niya po sa mga atleta, sa fund, di ba? Anong fund? May fund yun pang premyo yata, pang ano ba?
We have a so-called Athletes Incentive Fund. So most of our allowance, hindi lang naman ako, no? Even President and some of our board also do that. Kasi
ayaw niya pong pasabi yun, pero yun po ang katotohanan. Napakabait po ng mama na ito.
And whatever your remuneration that we have or allowances that we get, diretso for the athletes so that when some athletes reach medals, meron tayong reward na may bibigay sa kanila.
Magaling, ano? So, Papsi, ano ang nag-motivate sa'yo para maging bahagi ng journey ng mga atleta? Para ikaw ay ngayon, you are now basically the beacon of Philippine sports.
Nakakatawa dito, Papsi, kasi nung simula, parang ayaw na ako kasi ang gastos.
Ganun ba?
Grabe, ang gastos.
Abunachi ba?
Abunachi. And alam mo yun, yung lahat ng problema ng atleta ay problema mo rin. Even problema ng mga coaches and other officials, problema mo rin. But as you go along and as they win and as you see them grow, you became passionate at you get emotional. Natatouch ka eh. Nakita mo yung dati, 16 years old, nakita mo, nag-try out sa'yo. Nag-asawa ng 22. Nagkaanak. Dati, hindi mo rin mag-drive. Ngayon, may sasakyan na. And then, product of a single parent. Napunta mo yung bahay nila, nakasama mo yung parent, kaya yakapin ka na magulang. Nagpapasalamat, thank you, attorney, yung anak ko, salamat dahil sa'yo. National team siya, dahil sa'yo po, nakakatulong sa amin sa bahay. At nakikita mo na nag-grow sila, sumisikat sila, nagkakaroon sila ng pangalan in a world stage. Now, you see a lot of them, tayo behind the scenes. Sila po ang artista dito sa Pelikulang.
Stage mother ka lang, ganun.
Stage mother tayo, Ma'am Sheena. Ma'am Sheena.
Hindi, pero kuyang, masasabi, in line with what you're saying, masasabi mo ba na sports is a pathway para maiahon ang Pilipino mula kahirapan?
Well, I think that's one of the benefits. If you look at sports in a massive scale, it bridges communities. It bridges nations. That's the principle of sports. Pero in a modern time like this, sa ating community dito sa Philippines, makikita mo how different it is from way back 10 years ago. Lucrative. Lucrative na siya in a way kasi ang ganda na ng support, hindi lang ng gobyerno, ngunit ng private na stakeholders natin. So, you see a lot of them, because they are national athletes, they have their monthly salaries. They have 20% privileges in whatever they buy. Transportation, clothing, everything.
Hindi, teka, yung senior may card, yung PWD may card, yung
Meron din
atleta
po
may
sila.
card din.
Yes.
Aba, okay 20%. So,
20%.
bibili ng gamot, pagkain. Pag kumain sa restaurant, may 20% din.
Yes.
Hindi yata alam ng mga ibang restaurant, di ba sila hinihindihan?
Nasa batas yan.
Nasa batas yan.
At pag tinanggihan nyo po mga establishment, pwede ho kayong magkaroon ng violation.
Popsi, so may allowance, may pagkain, may benepisyo socially sa grocery, I'm assuming sa pagkain, 'di ba, sa gamot, sa transportation,
May food allowance.
may food allowance. So tingin mo ba dapat ba talagang karirin na rin ng mga ibang tao ang pag-aatleta?
In the Philippines, there's a life of an athlete. So we all should also consider yung what's life after being an athlete.
May expiration date no?
Oo eh. So unlike, merong sport na pwede naman medyo may edad, like shooting, pwede kahit may edad na yan. But a lot of sports, when you reach a certain age, syempre, nagde-decline na rin yung health, nagde-decline na rin yung responses. Kaya sa POC, we encourage na magkaroon ng mga financial stability. Tinutulungan natin sila and encourage natin to get to seminars. Marami tayong kilalang sikat na mga athlete yan, mga named personalities na after na sumikat sila, walang napuntahan, walang naipot. So we are here to encourage them to do financial studies, seminars.
Okay yan
Yes.
Okay yan Oh.
To protect their, life after being an athlete.
Pero Popsi, kanina kinukwento mo na pag nakita mo nagsasakit sila, nag-asawa sila, nagganito, may nagpapasalamat sa'yo, it becomes emotionally rewarding for you. So nandun yung mga, wow, feel-good moment yun di ba? Ano naman ang mga challenges yan?
Well, nothing's perfect. Marami kaming atleta, in kickboxing. Right now, we have 4 scholars. Pinag-aaral natin. Minsan, across ka ng mga batang, syempre, mga na-influence. So, yun ang mga medyo nakakasama na loob. And also, a huge part of it, since lucrative na to, you know that when you win medals, you get incentives from the government. And you also get incentives from the private sector.
Correct.
Nasa batas po yan eh.
Yung iba, namimigay pa ng kotse, may mga company, namimigay ng real estate, namimigay ng condo, may mga ganun
SEA Games, 300,000 minimum. Dinoble ni Presidente. Ginawa
Bakit?
600.
Ayos
Yeah, so maraming nakukuha. Now the athletes feel entitled. Minsan titigil sa training, inilaban mo sa susunod, wala na yung motivation. So, yun yung downfall ng pagiging financially generous ng sports. So, we also have to study on it. Kaya laging tinuturuan natin na mentoring is very important with this kid.
ng mga athletes natin, I'm sure there's a lot of pressure. Especially kung hindi sila financially stable. Siyempre, walang pambili ng pagkain. Pero gusto mo maging atleta yung anak mo, magaling tumalon. So pwedeng long jumper yung anak mo, pero wala kang means, 'di ba? Kasi kailangan mo ng high protein food, kailangan mo ng so and so, kailangan mo, kung runner yan, kailangan mo ng carbs, 'di ba? Oh.
Yan yung aspect na papasok yung tulad natin sa Philippine Olympic Committee na tayo yung tumutulong at makapag-discover at push. Dalawa kasi ang discovery ng athletes. Number 1, syempre, pinaka-importante, grassroots program yan. yan.
And this is your role. I mean, as Secretary General, I'm assuming it's your role to spread the word, discover, seek, and ye shall find.
Not only locally, but also internationally. So
Ganun
we
ba?
go other places. Oh, marina din kami. O sa US, may magaling na ganitong wrestler. Pinoy ang parents. Oh, kunin natin.
Sa Canada, meron kang kinuha ron, di ba?
We had our recently most bemedaled
Yes, so...
sa aquatics. Pero kung hindi natin gagawin yun, minsan makikita mo, mag-comment nila, hindi naman Pilipino yan eh. No, they're Filipino. They're blooded Filipino. And dun tayo magsimula. Bigyan natin importansya na magkaroon ng recognition ng certain sports. Nang sa ganun, na magkaroon ng inspiration ang youth and to motivate them
Yun.
to be inspired and to practice the sport. Kasi without the inspiration and motivation, saan sila magsisimula? Kasi dito sa atin sa Pilipinas, kung titignan mo maigi, Paps, is geographic ang approach ng sports natin. Pag sinabi Cagayan de Oro, naku, sikat mga boksingero dyan. Mga Davao, di ba? Cebu, maraming weightlifters. Sapuanga, weightlifters. Pag Bacolod, pag sinabing dyan, football. Di ba? Why? Kasi availability ng facilities, support ng LGU. When you study in Baguio, persado ako mag-combat sports eh. Why? I don't have the means to study, but when I am a national athlete, scholar ako. So kung walang push yung LGU, mahirapan talaga.
Pero, Papsi, attorney, hindi naman lahat ng LGU kayang i-afford ang... Siyempre, may mga LGU mababa ang IRA nila, mababa rin yung taxes nila sa commercial taxes nila. So, not everybody can afford. Hindi ba dapat mas sinusuportahan yan ng national government?
Dapat talaga, ang national government kasi natin, with all those things happening right now, I hope they give, importance also with sports. Kasi sports is all about positivity. With the recent happenings nung December, ang saya-saya natin nung SEA Games pag nanalo tayo, kahit alam natin, di nadaya na. Nanalo pa rin yung basketball, pilit nilang dayain, pero nanalo tayo. Parang, alam mo yung nanalo tayo sa loto, yun ang kailangan natin eh. Kasi ang Pilipino, sanay tayong underdog tayo.
Kahit sa mga barangay lang may small victories pa rin yun So, may positive impact pa rin yun sa ating mga kabataan.
Totoo. And sanay tayong underdog tayo lagi tayong fairy Cinderella story, doon tayong malakas eh. So iwasan natin, I think, for us, for the Filipino na who's watching this, iwasan natin yung negativity, yung negative comments, yung crab mentality. Push natin. Kasi lahat tayo tao lang, nagkakamali tayo. But those mistakes are lessened or experiences that makes us stronger as a person. Diba? So as sportsman, sa akin lang, grassroots, LGU, parents. So we have now our ace. I think the icon of Filipino sports games, Alex Ayala. Without the parents' support, she will never be Alex Ayala.
Iba na ba ang ugali ng atleta ngayon sa atleta noon?
Dahil-
And yung mga parents noon at parents ngayon, magkaiba na rin ba?
Yun nga, babalik ako dun, Papsi, kasi yung atleta ngayon, they have more financially able pag nanalo sila. Yung entitlement nandun, yun wag sana pumasok sa isip nila. Kasi when they feel entitled, nawawala yung motivation nila to be productive.
Nagiging nouveau-riche bang idea? Parang
Oo,
gano'n.
Instead na maging ang growth nila progressive, wala, bumabalik. Kasi nanalo na ako eh. Saglit, laban ko naman next 3 months pa. Next month ako magte-training. Tatandaan nyo, mga atleta, maiksi lang ang life ng pagiging athlete. So, you also have to make the most of it. Bigyan mo ng, kung ang goal mo is hanggang 30, national, world champion ka na, give your best. I think the social media should have a huge role on this. Dahil, pakita natin din na andito kami POC, sumusuporta, andito ang Philippine Olympic, andito ang Philippine Sports.
Nilalapitan ba nila kayo?
Yes.
Anytime.
They can.
So, sila ba, itong mga atleta natin, may misconceptions din ba nila about Philippine sports? Sometimes sila, hindi tayo pwede lumapit dyan. Baka may ganun. Hindi ko alam. May misconceptions ba? Or are they fully aware of why you are there?
Well, nakakatawa. We mentioned in the start na we're non-government. Minsan na matatawa ka sa mga comments nila na, corrupt, maraming kinukurakot or what. Remember, we're not government,
Hindi kayo parte ng gobyerno.
where our funding comes from sponsors, from
And your own pocket.
in our own pockets, kami gumagastos. So, kung tumutulong man kami sa mga atleta is dahil gusto namin at bukal sa aming loob yun. At maintindihan ng bawat atleta ay meron kayong karapatan bilang tao, bilang human. And currently, we have safe sports and safeguarding. So, mental health, very important. Abuses, whether physically, mentally, emotionally,
Bullying.
all abuses. We're here to safeguard that's our role, no, as part of the Philippine Olympic movement, as part of the Olympic movement. And it's very important na healthy ang society natin. Kasi if you can look, sabi nga nila, ang Hong Kong nakaka-gold medal, ang liit-liit na bansa. And right now, we're 120 million Filipinos. Huwag niyong mamalitin. Kahit 120 million tayo, not everyone is capable of doing sports. Sabi ko nga, our job is full-time. Meaning, even weekends, pag kailangan. Sometimes, we're away from our family, 3 weeks, a month, 1.5 months. We get to visit other countries for certain meetings to defend our representation as Filipinos. Kasi, that's our job eh. Tayong opisyal, paglalaban natin yung partisipasyon at involvement ng Pilipinas.
Correct.
And moving forward, since we're talking about grassroots, that's our developmental stage. Asian Youth Games in Bahrain. Piruin mo, 7 gold medals tayo. Tinalo natin yung malalaking country. Tinalo natin, before, 2 lang yun, nakapito na tayo. Meaning, ang lakas ng grassroots natin. Meaning, nagiging epektibo yung mga grassroots natin. And because of that, we were, through our president of the POC, President Bambol, nag-initiative siya na magkaroon ng Southeast Asian plus Youth Games. Kasi SEA Games lang meron tayo yung medyo may edad na. But now, yung grassroots, pakita naman natin at this level, ma-enhance kasi important ng exposure.
Yeah.
Magaling ka nga, pero pagdating sa laban, kinakabahan ka.
Correct.
Kasi kulang ka sa exposure.
Pero, Papsi, hindi lahat winning moment eh. Hindi yan lahat laging, medalya o mag-national anthem tayo dahil nanalo. Meron ding meron ding other side yan. The agony of defeat. May ganun. So yung agony of defeat, paano ba as your role sa POC, how do we mitigate, how do we use the agony of defeat as a positive reinforcement? Baliktarin mo. Or an encouragement for them to do better. Paano ba bumabangon mula sa pagkakamali o sa pagkatalo?
Normal kasi po yung di laging mananalo ka eh. I wouldn't say it's talo. Kasi when you say you're defeated, you're a quitter. When you don't win, it's sometimes not because of yourself, but because of some outer, circumstances beyond your control. But I do believe na yung help ng mga officials when athletes fails to win, just like talking about Yumir Marshall, alam ng lahat nung coming into Paris Olympics, mag-gold talaga itong mamang to. Along the way, 1 month before the games, na-injury siya. So first game niya, hindi siya makakilos na maganda.
Correct.
What you can say, bata ka pa naman. After this, recover, train, and gain more experience going to LA Olympics. Ano nangyari? He fought for the professional. He's now the WBC international middleweight champion. Recent SEA Games, he's the only boxing gold medalist.
Wow.
So, anong meron? Andito tayo, ang role natin is to push them and to motivate them, not to go out of their environment. Kasi pag sila ay lumabas at maramdaman nila na parang di na sa akin to, the role of officials, they have to motivate and encourage them to, not give up.
Correct.
Giving up is the worst thing that can happen to anyone. Giving up is like surrendering. That's the most, failure that you can ever have. I think yung magandang gawin natin when it comes to the athletes, i-reward natin, i-congratulate natin, not only those winners, but also those who just participated. Sabi ko nga ulit, there's certain reasons na hindi sila nagtagumpay. Pero, the mere fact of joining the multi-sports events is already a rewarding experience. That's an exposure. Maybe next time, that person will be the gold medalist. Pag may nanalo, it motivates the younger generation. And because you won, ngayon, ang daming clubs in gymnastics. Yung mga parents, pinapasok na ngayon yung mga anak nila sa gymnastic schools.
Papsi, like sa ibang bansa, 4 years old, 5 years old pa lang, pinapatumbling na yung bata. Hindi, totoo yan. I mean, it sounds funny, pero totoo yan.
Yes.
Tayo ba, at what age natin, parang late bloomer ang Pilipino pagdating sa sports eh?
No, ang pinaka-successful sa sports, yung mga nagsimula ng mga tender years, 4 or 5 years old.
Kaya nga eh, bakit sa atin late bloomer?
I think
9 years old na, tsaka ka mag-umpisa ng ganito.
one of which is yung makalumang approach ng mga parents. Takot masaktan. Bakit mas magaling ang skaters natin na Pilipinong laking Amerika? Because they let them risk. Maglaro ka dyan, anak, 3 years old, mag-skateboard ka dyan. Mabalian, ay normal yan, paayos natin.
Oh, tayo nga noon, bata, umakit ng puno. Ngayon, wala nang batang
Sugat ka na naman.
Hmm.
May sugat ka na naman.
Oo.
Kauwi.
Oo.
It's different approach eh. Sa abroad, sa US, hindi. Pag nabalian, normal yan. Bata
Normal.
yan eh.
Correct.
Hospital, pagamot, galing uli. Sinong nanalo sa ating SEA Games Gold and Silver? Pares Pilipina, 11 and 12 years old.
Hmm.
Bata. They started young. Dito kasi sa atin, yun ang takot. But Yulo started young also, 4. Haydin also started very young, 6 and 7.
Oh.
Ubiena, outpool voter. Parents push them. LGU helped them. Associations molded them. Then the POC will eventually give them the most out of it. Ganun yun eh. Level, stages.
Ayos. So, Babsi, we've been talking for a while. So, final words. Ano yung bang hopes mo sa future ng Philippine sports?
Well, Popsy, in summary, I would like to encourage all our kababayan to keep on supporting our Philippine sports. And again, bawasan natin yung negativity. Let's produce more positive.
Inggit eh, no? May maganon eh. May haters.
Huwag natin sila bigyan ng something that they will eventually have to lose for themselves. And let's give them encouraging words. Kasi pag nananalo sila, ang bitbit nila Pilipinas sa bandera, hindi naman nila bitbit yung bansa na So, pride nila, pride natin yan. Pag nanalo sila, para na rin nanalo tayo. Kung ikaw ay Pilipino, nakita mo yung bandera at yun ang itinataas, hindi ka ba magiging proud? So let us be proud for our own Filipino athletes who's competing whether in the Philippines or abroad. There are certain reasons bakit nandun sila. So wag natin bigyan ng wrong interpretation. Bagkus, tulungan natin sila, encourage natin sila, pagdasal natin sila. Yun po yung may tutulong natin as Filipinos. And when we have kids, tulungan din natin sila and encourage them to be active in sports rather than do technology, mga computers.
Correct.
You know, hindi lang po ako nag-enjoy dahil sa kasama ko si Papsi ngayon, but I also enjoyed sharing the experiences and all these things that has been happening for the past 8 years as a sportsman and as representative of the Philippines. It has been great serving the nation. Serving the nation, not meaning that there's any material things in return, but there's something in it that I achieve and accomplish for the benefit of our country. So, supportahan po natin in continuity the sports, supportahan po natin yung mga kababayan natin, whether or not competing or in our neighborhood, na, again, positivity.
Yan, positive.
Mental health. Very important.
Sana yung mga ibang companies pa dyan mag-donate pa more sa
I hope meron namang sobra sa mga private sector dyan. Keep on donating not only for athletes but also to the less fortunate as well.
correct.
Oh,
Correct.
Very important yan. Kasi tayo,
Social responsibility.
social responsibility. We're in good life now. I don't say that this will be 100% of the time, but as much as possible, we're doing good. Let's give back
Yes.
for the best.
Ayos, thank you, Papsi. Alam niyo mga kaibigan, ang laban ay hindi lang nasusukat sa medalya, sa spotlight, di ba? O sa mga victories natin. Ang laban nasusukat din yan sa tibay natin sa pressure, sa stress, sa ups and downs, sa ating mga learnings, di ba? So, sa buhay man o sa sports, pareho lang ang ating aral, ang ating takeaway. Every effort, no matter how small, no matter how quiet, may value yan. Di ba? So, namnamin po natin ang every moment in life. Life is like a competition. Pero mas maganda kapag sa sports tayo nagko-compete dahil yan ay talagang nagfa-foster ng goodwill, nagfa-foster din ng character natin. So, ang bawat pagkakamali, may aral din yan. Keep going. Para kang Energizer Bunny, just keeps going and going and going because every failure is a chance to learn and that learning will make you a better person. So tandaan nyo mga kaibigan, hindi lang sa panalo nasusukat ang lakas ng tagumpay. Minsan, just being able to survive is enough. Minsan, sapat na ang pagpili na magsabing, I will continue. I will fight on. Minsan, sapat na rin maging present dun sa laban. Just showing up, my dear friends, also has that value. And minsan, sapat na ang malaman na may mga tao pala nagmamahal sa atin, sumusuporta sa atin, at naniniwala sa kakayahan natin. At yan mga kaibigan, ang katulad ni Attorney Wharton Chan. At kung ngayon ay nasa gitna ka ng pressure o nagkakamali o may pinagdaraanan, tandaan nyo, it's the process mga kaibigan. Napakahalaga po ng proseso. So wag po kayong susuko kung ano man yan ang pinagdadaanan nyo. Yan man ay sports, yan man ay sa pamilya, yan man ay sa trabaho, yan man ay pinansyal. So tandaan nyo lang mga kaibigan, what's next with Jovit Moya? Kayo po ay mag-subscribe sa ating social media like YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Facebook, IG. Always pause, always ask, always wonder, what's next? This is Crossroads Media.